even if they think it. The destroying of a world or a word, thought contagion. So yeah, they got weapons of mass destruction. They got money too. My money. But it's Mexico. So many people is not real Native Americans and Arabics. This is Mexico. The older race was already killed off with the vaccine. The elders or the elder races. They just did it different this time. All them people that died, that their DNA or their genome was not strong enough. That's why they hyper focusing on us or me. But if people are connected to me, they can feel the heat. Can you feel the heat up on my love? Can you feel the love in my arms? This is like a crazy girlfriend. It's like a crazy girlfriend. Mexico is like a crazy girlfriend, an obsessed girlfriend that won't leave you alone. Even if you beat them up or something, they're not gonna stop. You're gonna come back for more. For real. It's some kind of war. They just don't want you to say war. This is what popped out my hand. These people is done. These people is done for. In the 90s, they took Mexico, my friend, the girl next door. She looked more like the girl Kaylin, not Caitlin, but Kaylin, I think, from Teen Moms back then. They took her to like Nazareth somewhere. I think wherever she says her bio says she's born, and they pretended like that was Jesus and they knew it was me. This is where the family and the ancestors went wrong in the early 90s. Tell you this is like the Martha energy or something. They're trying to make it like a workforce, but the people that was working toward they was working towards wicked. So even when the UK tried to diss the royals and say, "Oh, we're gonna go with the more whatever that plan is," they came up with the workforce. That was to smite the royals, but God put the royals in charge. He didn't put the workforce in charge. And the workforce that you're using or that deal that you guys took, you knew that these people had robbed their way and stole their way and killed their way into those positions. That's why it's talking about bruising thy head and bruise thy tail. It's the tail end of this. Ever since the 90s, if they've been using robots to pretend like they're royals, that's Mexico's doing. Even with the presidency, there's something else going on here. Okay? The funny thing is this masculine separating from me and pretending to still be with me, there has to be a reason why, because the power, somebody wanted to be selfish. They wanted to have their cake and eat it too and still have that power until they was able to like try to destroy me, but I'm indestructible. So it doesn't matter. America is always resilient. And there's nothing I'm doing different. The energy has always been in me. And I never had a real, I had a couple real jobs, part-time jobs, but it's so I know it doesn't have anything to do with that. This is something that these people can't contaminate. It's something that they can't touch. These people are going to jail or some kind of camp or prison. Okay? They have to pay for what they did here. Also, I was looking at the old Ivana, and she looked a lot like the boy Joshua Biggs that I used to go out with when I was in high school. He was like 20 something, but I was like 16, 17, no, 16, 17. But he was like 20 something years old. But the first Ivana looked kind of like him. The second Ivana looked like me. And the third one, this fake one, looked like All Eternal Tarot. Just like Trump looked like Elvis. In my youth, I could look like Priscilla. So there has to be something. My Priscilla picture, I'll put it up in a minute. I had like a night, like an old vintage wig or whatever, where it looked like how the wigs were back in the day. It must have been inspired. Um, so something must have changed then. We only talk about this to include markers. It's the only way that I can mark stuff because they tried to make everything unmarked. So somebody's telling me that something happened then when I had when I had the group of gay friends. Hold on one second. Okay. Yeah. I feel like this is definitely like an overboard spell. Like this so-called spouse or one of these other masculines that joined this bond, this brotherhood. The Derek, the Drake, the Joshua, and the Mohammed. They joined something like a brotherhood. Okay. I feel like they had to stay attached me to the too because the women that they were with could not produce seed. They had already been crossed over or something. They could not produce the seed that these people needed. They needed who was still in the living form to produce these children, but they so ignorant that excuse me, their their dead whatever they added to it, even if they tried to preserve their semen before they left and went over into the dead, there's still a moral complex to this. Um, they cannot they cannot use those children or something like this. They will be illegitimate. So if they already did the real Charles in, then that's probably why they changed those rules or whatever before he passed away. About they were putting it on the news about the illegitimate children or the children had to be legitimate. But I'm the only one that can produce legitimate children now. So, but these are all illegitimate men that know the secret and have the access. Something like that. Yeah, what did I just say? Jail. These people about to go to jail. Or they trying to put you or me in jail. Now, again, this is how thick this stack is. And I just pulled jail out of there. Okay? Something about bugging somebody's phone or a bug. Somebody could be trying to bug somebody's phone or something like this. Or they don't want to. Hold on. I gotta get these nails off. Okay. So these people, it is being rallied up that these people should be going to jail. Okay. These sons of David and their counterparts and their friends and the people that they did this with. Because I feel like, look, this is what they're trying to do to somebody else. Spend 5 years in a third world country in a prison. This could be like a collective people that's going to jail. And they was going to, or else these people was going to send one person to jail. An important person that might not have that. This is what we were talking about earlier. That might not have that much to do with this situation. Like they're not the main culprit. This is like somebody that they wanted to take the fall for everybody. That could be also why that family down in the South is pointing that arrow. The goal is to kill this man. It could be a lot of bad things that they wishing on somebody. Now this could be me. They could have turned one of my clones into a boy, and this person could be going around trying to take care of business on that level. Or this is a masculine energy that is about to get killed, but we don't know what. Let's see if we can find out why the family want to kill. Is it because the family, somebody cares about somebody? Okay, because that was the first thing out earlier. They're realizing that somebody still cares about somebody. Okay, This could also be, I heard about money too, and this ain't supposed to be in here. It's something about these people are running out of money, so they're starting trouble with somebody. All right, okay. Yeah, they wish to try to end something for the Most High. This could be a mommy watching energy going down, a fire sign energy, somebody that's angry, yelling all the time, or something like this. Okay. The wheel of fortune is in reverse for these people, because I told you, even if you got 25 million clones, it's the one that God showed them in the full presence, that in the glory that God made this person in, and they decided to not do that. They decided to make a robot or something that they can control. You're not getting nothing done with that. The person, when God light us up and put us up here like this, all right, same way when you light your little candles and you try to use up the energy before it melts and goes out of light, and then you light another one and you light it. Somebody's keeping a candle burn. I think in Cantino or whatever, that was that too, that they were keeping the light burning, or that until that candle, burned out. But this is giving the glory to the wrong person. Somebody is a natural resource here. I'm the natural resource. It's just these people been having this person in my spot since the early 90s. They just thought it was like, oh, look at this person work hard. But again, the roots. I'm hearing somebody say you were the root. Yeah, it always will be. Okay. Um, it's if all these people is coming to Mexico and we have all these people here that got these good jobs and these good, education and everything like this, it should not be a problem to put these people back in Mexico and put them to work. It shouldn't be no problem with America even building factories in Mexico. It's still on the same, so that these people can work and pay off the debt with some of these people that need to go from America to Mexico because of their works. All right. Trying to steal from God or something. We got the donkey energy. Somebody name could be Eddie or Murphy. Something could also be hidden, because I'm hearing something like about a Murphy bed. Something about hiding stuff in tombs, in walls, or behind walls, or on Wall Street, or on Wall. Okay, I have a Wall Street by my high school childhood home. Okay, somebody could have been hiding bodies in a wall, or hanging some people from a wall, or I don't know what this is. Okay, shit, somebody's name could be a wall. There used to be a boy across the street from my grandma's house named a wall. I never wondered why. I always wondered why his mom named him that. A wall. Or a wall. Somebody could have went a wall. Somebody could be a president now that went a wall. I think they got on Trump. I think they got on Bush about that. They said that he didn't finish his term, or he didn't go to war or something like this. But somebody could have went AWOL. Only way I know AWOL is because my so-called stepbrother, Chris, the Olsen boy, he went AWOL. Now, something is telling me that something also could be about that. There could be some jail time or something here, right? Because he met a country girl, I think like in Kansas or something, named Crystal. And he brought her back from when he went to the military, and he ended up getting married to this girl. But maybe these people wasn't in America. I don't know. Maybe this girl is not American. Somebody could be Australian. Come getting like Moab or Joab. All right. Joe Aboriginal. So they could be putting this person in power, but it was shown that this person was supposed to be removed from power. Or maybe if they left me or was kidnapped or taken to jail, it doesn't matter. It was done or not done, right? So we cannot afford to be having stuff hanging in the wayside like that. Like, no, that's saying right there. And with Joel energy, if Joe or Joel Osteen. Anyways, if somebody did something like that, or Joel was the one that poured out his spirit. So if this Joe person was I said pregnant with me, connected with me, and they was taking my juice or my flow and sharing it with these people that was not supposed to have it. We still going back into Inky and Enlil. And somebody's trying to say brother, but we're not brothers. No, you guys created test tube babies or something to fit the narrative. Okay, with the Ivana energy, and I'm also thinking that Ivana energy could also be like when they said that for a couple seconds I was looking at this person and I was thinking, wait a minute, that kind of looked like I don't know, it was like a resemblance of not, it's like a godfather energy. Like I don't know what, because they could be playing with transhumanism with some of us, but I was saying that Ivana at one point when I heard her speaking, she was kind of sounding like John Gotti to me. Somebody, the so-called black families and community use me as a pawn to entice these masculines that was connected to me as the daughter of the chieftain, the daughter of the elite, the daughter of the mighty ones. They use their energy, me as bait for these particular people in order to, I don't know, take them out or take them down. I don't know. So I'm thinking I think I was still pretty young, or my daughter was not even 3 yet or something when my sister came down and we went to the funky hair or whatever it's called, or the something hair club in Chicago. But what I was thinking is that and I met that boy Michael. um Yeah, something already had collapsed. They didn't want to invite me into it because I actually am connected to these particular men of renown or whatever these men are. They're not. I was just the pawn that they kidnapped or was holding on to in order to lure them in when it was time for me to get what I'm supposed to get or whatever like this. They was showing up with somebody else that was getting these blessings here. Somebody was spinning something. It's like whoever these people, like some of these people turned into handlers themselves, or if they let people in the industry that's from my family, they use the connection to me to not have to follow the rules like everybody else. But they didn't fuck with me. They didn't give nothing to me or nothing like this. Is what I'm hearing. So not in the point where it would benefit me. Say I'm always stuck in this realm, but these people are able to go in and out. It doesn't matter if you're giving me stuff in the other realm where my family can steal it. You were supposed to be giving it to me in this realm so I can build up to moving towards that realm. And somebody didn't do that. Okay, is what I'm hearing. Right? So somebody's like, but I'm a high priestess. Look at me. Yeah, you a high priestess, but you foreign to the situation. You don't have nothing to do with this. Okay? Or somebody's trying to say, oh, you a high priestess, but boop, you're foreign. Nobody wants to work with you as their high priestess, but I'm going to stick to the first. Unless somebody just changed the identity, because you did change this identity and you gave this money to girls like All Eternal, Unique Tarot. I seen you in a vision doing it. You did hide this money amongst these women to try to force me to say yes to something in the future here. Knowing that if you were connected to all these women, you came back to my presence, I would pick it up and it would be a hell no. Yeah, look, 7 of Pentacles. Now this person going back over here to these witches on this burning bush, or bushes, weapons of mass destruction that's set to the side and asking questions. But they do got weapons of mass destruction. Now let's look at it like this. Say your child, okay, priestess. This high priestess could be somebody's child. A child that's produced during this era. C era. This beat is automatic, super hypnotic, funky, fresh. Because like I said, whoever this man is will have to be an idiot to not see that these people is moving around, or not see the complaints, or not see that somebody was a fucking hater. Why you always coming to me about what this person is doing? I mean, or they was in on it the whole time, just saying, go out, flying monkeys, find what you can find. You know what I'm saying? So somebody could have took one of the children, placed them somewhere, and then now they're seeing with these witches what to do with this child, how to manipulate the child. They feel like they're gonna do the same thing they did with me as a child, but there's no money, or they trying to get a fortune teller, and this is not good for these people here. Yeah, it's time. They gonna, I'm here. They know the time. Mm. If these people want to relocate somewhere where they're not going to be made a mockery of, they can't not. They're going to have to suffer something. The same way that somebody lifted up my lifestyle behind the scenes and showed everything I did is the same way that this woman, this All Eternal, and these other girls are about to be lifted up. But remember, these girls like it. They like the attention. Because whatever your energy is, people automatically get. You don't even know what it's like to get attention, because the type of attention these people was giving you, you was getting it all your life. You thought it was just a normal way that people treat people. You know, common courtesy or something like this. You didn't think people was just being nice or courteous to you at any time because you had rank, or because you had some boss daddies or something like this. Obviously, they didn't fuck with me like that much. You know what I'm saying? They're going to lose their gifts. And I'm hearing the son that's in sackcloth that they left in the dark or tried to cover. This person is about to be raised up to the Most High here. This will be me, you, if you think. Somebody was about to send somebody away to prison. I mean, this could be you or me. I don't know. Somebody got somebody raped by a child so that they can do two things. Humiliate you by making you pregnant. You said you wasn't having sex. You wasn't. Okay? But you end up pregnant. These people did this to make a laughing stock out of you and make you seem like you a liar, which means they don't have anything strong enough to make it seem like you a liar unless they mentally retarded and they keep doing the same thing over and over again, trying to get a different response. Or like I said, somebody don't have what they need. They needed this, and they're gonna get caught. Yeah, somebody's a fucking liar. They just like manipulating the situation. Somebody's a pathological liar. If this is this masculine energy, this Mohammedan energy, somebody was looking for somebody that's a scammer, a liar, a manipulator. And at one point in time when we were younger, my cousin Denise Bruton had a problem with fucking lying. We all knew it. That she, at one point, and I think it was a demon or a jinn or something on her at that time, that I look back. Somebody, she used to be lying, okay? And so this could be, when they said, let's find what I said, a liar. Somebody that could just habitual, just fucking lies. They just breathe lies. They just do. Definitely these people that were celebrating together ain't gonna be happy no more. Somebody don't want to bring good tidings. Somebody could have faked their death so they don't have to go to jail and spend these years in this prison. This could be, if somebody's Mexican, they might have to go back home to Mexico to go to jail. Somebody could have even dyed their hair blonde. Or this could be somebody that buried your person, all right? And they got the finances and got the money, but they want to be with you. This could be this rat, okay? Or they want to come back towards you. They feel bad about what the family did. This could be a clone of a family member or something like this. This person don't want to spend no time in this jail, okay? Or maybe somebody's about to tell on this person. Oh, that could be it. They was about to tell on this girl with this blonde hair. Okay. Or this somebody got dirty blonde hair. Oh. Somebody, okay, 5 of cups, 2 cards, 6, 7, 7 months, 8, not 8, but exactly 7, not 6, exactly 7, not 5, exactly 7. 7 months ago or 7 years ago. It's not 8, it's not 6, it's not 5, it's 7 for sure. Okay. 7 weeks ago. Something happened. 7 months ago, something happened. Now, somebody might not have spent, maybe somebody could be in prison as well. Spent 5 years in the prison, but we got 6, 7. Maybe somebody got a lesser time or somebody got more time. Somebody could have got life in prison in a foreign land here. Somebody's acting like this person is dead, so nobody will fight for this person. All right? This could be this girls. You don't have to something. These girls didn't have the power to do something. Whatever this is that they did, is like they losing credibility or something behind whatever this was. Shit, this could be you or me, the person that was actually tied to this money. And these people tried to say, oh, you did something, sent you to another country or even in his own country and put you in jail so they can all spend your money because they knew that you was not going to pick them because they was different or you didn't grow up like them or they rejected you or something like this. Girl, this is some plan that some people came up with. The hangman, somebody could be in jail getting buff. This could also be a little boy, a young man that's easily manipulated by this group of women because they've been having this person under some spell for a long time. So we got 5 of Pentacles. Okay, you won't have to look at this through the TV and be sad about this. This could be some kind of court case or where you're going to have to be in court. Okay, this could be the fact that you going across, you're going to be able to get this like Coraline. You might be able to not be stuck on the other side of the whatever this cycle. Okay, I don't know what that means. It's a group of people here that's going to jail. Okay. Let's see what else. Somebody's really jumpy. Or somebody that's jumpy. This could be this Uncle Dwayne and all his clones. Even his Jamaican girlfriend. These people, this could be who is this person here. Alright. Or this person might get preserved. Or this person could be the person that's connected to all these women. Okay, my boyfriend used to say, don't he remind you of that guy on like that comedy show or whatever, the UPS guy with the brown clothes that was on, I don't know if it's the Chappelle show, I don't know, it's a comedy skit show. And the guy, he be talking, he be like, I think he delivered the mail, he be talking real fast and jumping around because he was like, I don't know why your uncle like remind me of that guy. Like not that crazy, but like, your uncle, he be excited when he talk. No matter what he talking about, he be excited or whatever. Like, he got a way of grabbing people's, attention or something like this when he's talking. And the uncle do move around a little bit like this. Okay, so it is like I don't know what the fuck show that is. Saturday night. I don't know what it is, but he just be like, yeah, okay, yeah, something. The guy be talking real quick, moving real quick with them damn packages and stuff. It's this is making me think about the Uncle Dwayne. All right. Now I don't know why they saying that. Yeah, we got t-shirt and my panties on. Okay, is in reverse. This could have something to do with them trying to rebirth Aaliyah on a reality TV show. I'm not gonna say which one because I really don't know. All right. But these are people that kind of like try to act like, hey, I tried to come at you or something, but they know that I can't answer them because of whatever already was done in the past. It's a no. So while they made you memorialize like people like Aaliyah and stuff like this, the real person that something could have happened to was the real Christ or real Jesus. They just covered it up with an idol's name and people was mourning this person and something could have happened to a whole different person. You know, they say, oh, did Beyonce do this to sacrifice? Or was it the other way around? Is the Aaliyah energy connected to my little sister? And did they sacrifice me so that Aaliyah can be famous? Do you get what I'm saying? Okay? Or Evelyn, or whatever this is. Okay? So, you know, sometimes people can use so-called distance as a reason why not reaching out and being so close to the family, and people will accept them more than if you live in the same perimeters or the same, you know, not that far from these people, and maybe y'all don't hang out that much, but when y'all see each other, it's a fun time. They'll hold something against you rather than the person that haven't been living and didn't care to call them and talk to them for 10 years, 5 years, nothing. The person only talk to them when they come in town. Some people, you know, like I told you, unless these people was really never left and they was having secret parties. So when we be talking about, oh, these secret society meetings, it could just be that these people never left. They live around, and when you at home doing something on the weekends, these people be throwing parties and they be showing up and they be kicking it with each other, and they're doing a whole new, you know, they're doing a whole new life here and recording it and trying to push it off as something. Okay? And the surgeon. Okay, so this could be this jumpy energy and this Adriana energy. Or this could be this Padavano energy. Maybe these people are in the upright. I don't know. But they could be trying to put these people in jail. I don't know. The fussy, foosy. These people could be in the upright. But they sent them all to jail. The dangerous people are in the upright, or the monsters, or the people like, you know, I could identify them sometimes like Freddie and all them. Now, this could be the fact that these people, your person could have, say it's like the sword and the stone. Somebody used you, put the sword in the stone, and then drop you off of a cliff. Okay. The person just needed you to put the sword in there. Now they got access to all the files. This is your husband or your wife. They got access to this for 20-something years. They've been able to use your power just by having you stick the sword. And as soon as you stuck the sword in there, open up the door, the person killed you. And then they, you know, they raided the place and then sit in these places, give these places like we're in the Mickey Mouse Playhouse, Clubhouse, and give these positions to all these friends and family members. Do you understand? Somebody could have even thought your ass was dead or something. You ain't even fucking dead. But somebody else may be. So all these monsters came with your kingdom. You walked around without cares because these monsters, even if people made them seem like this, they were your pets or your friends. Maybe I should watch that movie Beautiful Creatures or something. Because I seen like a clip of that and it's giving me kind of like this. But they could have act like this LaRasha energy, or one of these other girls was the ones that fed these people. But they could have fed off these people or interact with these people, but they still don't feel 100% back together again. You understand? Because somebody's trying to make you do the impossible. Like go through a process all alone when you was never taught anything. Some of these people already, their parents were sneaking, teaching them about whatever this is. Yeah, don't roll out the carpet or the yoga mat or the prayer mat. You should not, something about being modest or something, and you shall not bow down and worship these people. These is the people that they was putting in jail, possibly. But now the tables have turned. These people that got this money, houses, clothes, new bodies, these people are in reverse and going to jail with these crooked family members and ancestors that failed the child. Really, to be honest with you, in one of these cases or some of these cases, I'm not trying to be funny because these people got a good run. Hundreds of years, centuries, they got a good run. So even if I woke up today and said, your children ain't worth shit, they was not the ones it would be true. You understand? So who cares? You see what I'm saying? You tried to do what? That's why they all got to go. Because what God is saying is you sat there and I told you who I showed you. my beautiful motherfucking children on the inside out or whatever I gave you. And then you decided to replace it with what? And we don't even have to watch. We're talking about the looks. We talking about your works, your actions, your thoughts. All that shit was foul. So these people don't understand that you didn't see the world, the way that it was even when they were serving you. You didn't never see it like this. Everybody else knew this too. They just wanted it to be like, oh, I said something about you. Why you didn't? Oh, you acting like that? You don't see it though. You can't see these people. Something is shifted. I won't say broken. Something could be shifted, or it's just something that you don't know. There's a veil or something still here. A piece of the veil. So people think, oh, where's our Lord or our God or whatever? We was there for that little girl, and I would have gave my life. These people could have been drug addicts or something on the street, but they took seriously to tend to whatever this is that God gave. And these people could be like, where's our Savior or something? And you don't even know. Nobody merged you with these people so you can know who these people are. So when they in trouble, you can come to their aid too. They didn't merge you with these people to let you know how many times you got hurt. Because if they showed you how many times you got hurt or dragged out of your house or harmed or killed by these people or choked or out or something like this, it would freak you out. So they just rather just kept the gap here. These is who they send into jail or to ICE or something like this. Whoever won't bow down to these people. So whoever these people that think this is the people that's going to have to go down. The same pit that they thought that they was going to put somebody in is the same pit that these people... Get what I'm saying, right? These are false or fake stuff, fake media, fake news, or real life stuff. People that could have done something, supposedly been said to do something horrible on TV. This might even be the only reason they could get attention of somebody that can really see through and see them and say, you didn't do that, or something like this. Somebody's supposed to be like the new Al Sharpton. Okay, say this Nina girl is Al Sharpton's daughter. Instead of that, you got the Nina Pinta, the slave ship. It's the good ship or the bad ship, whatever this is. And then you're smiting the Christ energy, and you're dealing with this energy, but you're going right back into a slave ship. It's almost like we said, God is saying, I try to get you out of this, and you're going right happily hopping back towards it because of the looks or something. You see the person might be like this, or they might drink, or they might do this, or they might do this, or they might not be healthy or something like this, but you're still doing that. Like, somebody's freaking weird because these people are gone. America would feel so stupid if we realized that we was answering to a bunch of zombies for the past 10 years. It says exposed to Ebola. Somebody could have got exposed to Ebola. They could be also in a some kind of camp or something. This could be like real time. This could be something that this group of scientists just did too and didn't report about it. And this could be also why these people is going to jail. Yup. Or something could have happened. You will have to go back and see when we had our Ebola scare here. Something could have happened around that time. Death jam. So your mind is not mush. Somebody could have had you in a contract thinking they was going to do something, and God wiggled something out until you not. So somebody could be trying to see if your brain is mush. Okay, now your brain is not mushy because somebody could have had you in a false contract where they better let go, because these things that people could have had people is in contracts. Like the Lord is waking up. Somebody else already got these people in contracts with them. They want to go to the Lord because they like the contract better over there. But these Vikings and these fucking savages, they ain't trying to hear it or something like this. Even the way that they was able to get these people to bow down to them or something like this, So we seen this. Somebody's brain is not mush. We don't know if the person is still deaf or not. Is the person deaf? Somebody trying to say, can you hear me? Okay. Also, maybe this is not you. This is the frog. This person. Okay. This could be this alchemy games energy. Yeah, because, okay, it just fell on the floor. So it fell on the table at first in the upright. And then I said, oh, well, I'm glad we ain't talking about me. I ain't no fraud. 1998 could be significant as well, or 89. And I'm like, oh, why is that pointing at me? This I kept on hearing that today, that is the person that could have got pregnant on mistake and trying to make me like I'm some sis and I'm fucking a queen, carry some mistake that somebody made or something like this. Because for these groups, you had to be pregnant in order to be protected, but I'm not one of these groups. I'd rather take my chances. Okay? I want somebody to run up on me like that, because I want to see what the fuck gonna happen to you. So somebody could be thinking, well, let me just give this because they're talking about killing this person if they don't, something like that. Why do you want anything from my womb if these are the people that want somebody to denounce me or denounce a certain God or something that I serve? Why are you trying to have babies with me? Why would you want your kids to spend a day in the house with me? Why would you want your children to come through my womb? Think about it. So it just flew out on the floor in reverse because I know I'm not no motherfucking frog prince. I'm not going through no curse where I got cursed and got to spend time in a frog body because, I did something wrong and now I need a kiss from a girl. It ain't none of that shit going on over here. I pick up myself and lay myself down when I want to. And I told you the energy I was picking up on was some kind of invisible spirit was trying to tell me to make myself look pretty. So when it come around here in whatever form it come in, I should be ready to be handled by this thing or penetrated or something. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to probably just be walking around looking horrible and dirty and maybe a little stinky. Or I'm going to keep myself, because God says he'll turn that cup into a filthy place. I might just be keeping myself dirty so at the end of the week they can come do a weekly swab, because these people can't swab me every night to catch these niggas no more. So I got to keep my shit that way until the weekend so that they can come swab me and then get you motherfuckers rounded up and put in jail. I don't know what we doing. It don't matter. It's none of your fucking business. This is war, bitch. Call it like, this is like the zombie apocalypse. You got to put the blood, you got to put the stench on yourself and walk through the crowd, motherfucker. That's what this is. You see what I'm saying? You got to take that ink and put it on your 3 fingers and rub that shit across the bottom of your damn eyeball like a warrior paint. That's what this is. Okay? We'll let the couple small people that y'all entertaining us with on TV, the real house. It's okay for them to look very vibrant and everything like this while they're recording. To distract us. Because I feel like some of these people also fight in their own way, when they're not recording. Nobody is getting to just sit there, okay, is what I'm hearing. Or this is what we're headed to in the future. So it ain't no need to be jealous, because them motherfuckers got to work a little bit harder. Probably. The dancer is in reverse. And then we got the Ace of Discs. Fortitude. This person was big and mighty at some point in time. Also, this disc remind me of that CD that person told me about a long time ago. I don't even think that bank is still there no more. But I was wondering if this feather figure came back up into the country and took this feather figure. I could have been supposed to get something from this person as an inheritance. I didn't get that. And then they found out about this disc or whatever. And that person could have came and took that to start somewhere else. It's just the point is that whatever transport these people have, you or I am supposed to be able to have this and travel this. I could supposed to be like a, privileged lady. Somebody got the shit when I get there. Like, here you go. Here's the package. Go on and take this here or whatever and do like this. Like, they're trying to act like these people don't have no grit, or because people seeing you sitting around waiting for your marching orders and enjoying the silence, because when you get them orders, your ass gonna be up and it ain't gonna be no rest. So you've been resting for a year or two, after realizing that your ass was being used. That's my situation. I don't know about nobody else's. I know what God is saying to me. Okay? So these people, these big, mighty green men or whatever like this, they could be going into fortitude because they wanted somebody else. These could just be men in general that wanted a good-ass woman. That it's like a lot of these men wanted to be with you or something. They thought punishing you was the punishment for you for not picking one of them when you can't even see them. Do you understand? So these people wanted you in some type of something fortitude or homelessness or something, pushing a cart around or something like this. And that's where they are, right? Or somebody could be acting like this is what they is, all torn down and broken down and broke, and they really ain't. Okay. All right. Somebody went into another situation, something is not pleasurable for them. Or this could be somebody that's with a white woman or a white girl. I could be considered to be a white girl. I didn't say Caucasian. I said a white girl. And somebody just thinks it's not pleasurable to be with a woman like you because you think you got power. And I like women that don't. Somebody wanted to lump you with all their women. Somebody's like, oh, you almost became a blue. If this is such thing as a group of them motherfuckers, that's not what I came here to be. For nobody. I belong to nobody. You get what I'm saying, bitch? This is something else. Okay? The Empire State of Mind, motherfucker, this is something else. Back to business. You understand? This is something else. This is like an empire or something being built, motherfucker. This is not the same. Okay? This looks like a parking lot. In the parking lot, the parking lot. That looks like a parking garage. Alien. There's a lot of green right here. Okay? Or, like I said, somebody could be in an interracial couple situation. We tend to see like a mixed person, like a black person, a white person but this could be also interracial. Like they're talking about race. These people then try to take the money and race to the top, and they looking at you at the bottom, and somebody's just not enjoying being in that. Where they're the breadwinner. But let me tell you one thing. This is somebody that was in your reality. You was the breadwinner, all right, but it wasn't that much, but a little bit of bread coming in. Yeah, somebody else could have helped you or something like this. But the bread, my life is behind the scenes where you was making the real motherfucking money. And you shared that with a bitch that didn't deserve that either. She didn't have nothing either. Just like you and your family didn't have nothing back there until you went digging in my storehouses and in my arks and shit and in my covenants and shit and taking shit out. I had the shit back there. I have it. Not you. Not her. Why don't you move out the way and let me go back into my world? And then y'all can sit here and support each other at whatever job she got and whatever job you got. And if y'all make ends meet, you will not have these problems or something like this because that person got a full-time job and you got a full-time job. And leave all the real money and shit like this with the living motherfucker back in the back with me. Because these two dead motherfuckers living the life of a living. How are you doing that? This could be also somebody don't like to be reminded. Like, these people have been able to pull off this scheme. They don't like to be reminded that they're imbeciles or they don't think properly or that they don't have it like that or you insecure or this could be a whole bunch of people that even got harmed or something, you know, some kind of way and they don't want to show back up in the world on their own. I mean, in their own same way that they showed up before. So they make clones and they purchase other people and then put a chip in their back and make them live the life that they want to, something like this. Because they're afraid to get up and live their life. And here you waiting for you stand at the door, ready, set, go. You waiting. You just waiting. Because the first thing I'm doing is going and getting all this shit that I needed or I didn't, whatever, and then I'm getting the fuck on the road. So somebody is trying to do something like this here. Hold on one second.